Light tanks. I've made a video about them already. Vehicles that are quite meta with features that make them even better to play in game. I told you that light tanks are going to get even better now, and with the community update post we saw recently, that might be what's going to happen. But because this is Gaijin Games we're talking about, they've decided to balance this in the most horrible way. The recent community update post revealed quite a bunch of new things to come into the game for the next update. New nuke planes? Good. New detailed tank modules? Bad. And the new UAV mechanics? Oh boy. And you know, the idea and execution is terrible because I'm forced to stop playing Battlefield 1 to make a video on this. Okay, let's talk about this new UAV mechanic. Light tanks are now going to be able to perform spotting on their scout UAVs. You know that little mini plane that lets you see basically a bird's eye view of the map? Yeah. Now you can use the spotting ability with it too. Now you can spot targets 1.5 kilometers away with UAVs that don't have thermals, and twice that from UAVs with thermals. Yes sir, that's right, you can sit your ass and spawn, take your UAV somewhere, and provide wall hacks for your team, and earn points. Mind you, there are even special and daily tasks attached to this. You can now sit in your spawn, and complete spotting tasks without any effort. Okay, I mean, let's be fair. Stuff like the Iris T SLM already kinda do that, but at least there are still counterplays to SPA like that. They can run out of ammo, you can kiss the ground, but with Scout Drones can hit you with a spot and you wouldn't know that you're already spotted. You know those teammates that sit somewhere and just keep flying their Scout UAVs marking stuff for their teams? Yep, now they're gonna get paid to do it. So I guess the question now is, do light tanks even deserve such a buff to their Scout UAVs? Or do light tanks deserve Scout UAVs entirely? That's the real question. Light tanks are quite cracked in what they do, be it as a mobile gun system like the Centauro or Striker, as an IFV like the STR F9040s or the Fresha, or the weird ones, the 2S38 who's actually an AA redesignated as an IFV in War Thunder, and the QN506 which isn't exactly light because it's a Type 59 chassis, but it's still an autocannon with ATGM, so it falls into the light tank category because fire and forget ATGM tank destroyers like the Pere or the Exactor aren't in-game yet. Like I said in the tanks video, light tanks are starting to become meta because most changes either don't affect them, like the internal module changes, or just straight up benefit them, like the aforementioned UAV scouting changes. In my opinion, if Scout UAVs absolutely have to be in the game, they should have been given to missile-only SPAA like the Roland or the Strela. If there are no planes, these SPA don't get to do much in-game and they already have spotting baked into their system. That could give them some activity without forcing them to hit the battlefield where they have very little defense against most things that fight them. Another problem with this UAV spotting is that instead of fixing that exploit where you can spot through walls as long as your drone is looking at the target, they cut out the middleman, and now they let you scout through UAVs. As a regular spotting isn't abusable enough, there's nary a scarcity of posts showing fully loaded SU-30s with KH-38 MTs that cost 92 SP or something that absurdly low. Overall, since the start, Scout UAVs have been a bad idea. The fact that light tanks can spot vehicles, essentially providing your entire team with a pretty close approximation of an enemy's position for a full minute without them knowing they've been spotted, is already insane. Some people would like to call them legal wall hacks, and I wouldn't disagree. Now, introduce a vehicle that the light vehicle can operate remotely without putting themselves in danger. Now let that vehicle fly. Let that vehicle give you a top-down view of the battlefield, and in higher tiers, this said vehicle can give you thermals. This vehicle already has a way of marking enemy positions without being broken, And now they decide this isn't enough. Now you're allowed to even use spotting through these UAVs. So you can get discounts for gas and earn rewards. Who cares if the cooldown is longer? 18 seconds means nothing if you can sit your ass and spawn farming basically spots. Who cares if the rewards are halved? It's better than the no rewards you've been getting with this calculator before this. You were doing this spotting thing pro bono, but now you're getting paid half, which is better than nothing. So, overall, if you're a light tank main, congratulations, you could have a hell of a time, kid. Get all the cast discounts out of the spawn point system for aircraft that's also getting reworked. There's gonna be a hell of a lot of planes in the air. But now that this video's done, I can finally get back to playing Battlefield 1 until the trailer and Death Server drop. It's probably when I'll talk about the Opera one. Hopefully I can push out a chats video this weekend. We will see, because there's also